There's drama in the courts.
Yesterday I was watching Manifest on Joy News. His father is Chachu. He was asked
Yes.
about how he was watching it, what was
Hmm.
running through his mind. He said it was like watching the Grammys.
Watching what?
The Grammys.
The Grammy.
So it's the Chronicle. It has this story here. First, the scripture: whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but he who hates reproof is stupid. And then, yes, that's the word of God. And the other story here says, Kides order NDC produce your pink sheets or resign. And the circulation manager wanted another story. Party Ayu brothers, Bafana striker facing Black Stars will be difficult. And Ghana South Africa head to head analysis.
In two separate incidents. Revocation, that's the footballer who issued 7-member committee to probe conduct of Bank of Ghana. Government to empower young entrepreneurs in tourism sector, that's according to Dr. Awal. And after that will permanently end perennial Accra floods. Sorry, that's Francis Asenso Boache, Minister for since 2017 on dredging alone, just trying to not get Accra to flood. And it got me thinking that half $5 billion that we've lost from the gold, the
$237 million
yes.
a year.
More than that, because I remember from the NDC administration when the Conti project was started, then Interior Minister, they went round, they said that project was way of drainage systems among others, and we still have the challenge. And it's interesting because I remember Samuel Atachian also giving the same assurance that we were going to
To decide how much faith you want to put in that promise.
Yeah, I also feel like we should play Davido's assurance at this point.
Especially Davido's
Yeah.
assurance. Haven't solved it.
Solved it,
Kind of like someone saying that I always fast between meals.
between breakfast and lunch.
That's
And Minister reaffirms commitment to develop aluminium industry. That's it for the Ghanaian Times.
The front page, $23.7 million yearly. The government spearheads 5 million tree planting. Also on the front page. The back page of the Daily Graphic, Kolela lasted the place, and 4 electrocuted at Anwomanso also on the back page of
The works minister impressed with outdoor dredging. And then this story here: boyfriend kills lover in midnight brawl. And that's Anthony girlfriend Harriet Kafui Ahiati. In the middle of the night, apparently they had an argument, and then he slit her throat. And she
Allegedly.
died allegedly again because she may have been cheating on him, and so he confronted her. And it
There's also the politician who pushed his girlfriend out of a moving vehicle.
yeah, for the 2,000 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Okay, and that's it for the Daily Guide.
Daily Statesman now help to rebuild our economy. President appeals to organized labor and give us collated figures for 2020 election. NDC activists give leaders 14-day ultimatum and has some placards they were holding. Why is our coalition sheets? Mahama is destroying NDC, among others.
Key aspects of 2021 budget not ambitious enough. That's Dr. John Kwachi. Bring back luxury.
The new crusading guide will be the last for me. It says help rebuild our public finances and economy. And another story here: on the trail of purported stolen vehicles at National Security Ploy.
My last paper is the Business and Financial Times. Government is committed to preventing floods this year. A stick of cigarettes and a sachet of water have the same price. We're using
Cigarettes,
yeah,
yes.
cigarettes and
other
shisha
drugs.
and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, if it costs the same as a sachet of water, then obviously, which is what 30%
Wow.
is in the 2021 budget as regressive. Last story: banks are strong enough to absorb new 5% levy. That's according.
4 years, right? I'll be very interested to find out how that has affected our imports. Have we?
Really important less in terms of the food items. He also makes the point that prices of food have gone down over the period. But when you look at the reports that come from Isoko, they are into down in a manner that the agri minister has said over that period. And I mean, we all go to the market once a while. The prices
all
are
know.
not going down as significantly as they
To
could.
buy what?
I'm very interested in this debate. 2 weeks
In
ago
the
you were-
debate about the cost of the
No,
The
market.
substantive
about
issue
your
is to
visits
buy
to the
what?
market.
The substantive issue is the claim by Get Like I Did 2 weeks ago.
ago.
You realize
Do you want
that
to give us some examples of the things that
well, the
you
normal
found?
items like the tomatoes, the yam, and all those things. So
Right.
all
Let's do the online review. Is brought to you by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy. Now you were saying about
No, I
Goyle.
can, yeah, okay, well, you can use your GH Link card on Goyle POS machines to purchase fuel And the nice thing about it is that every purchase is recorded automatically on your monthly oils over 400 stations across Ghana. Go cashless, protect yourself, and stick to all COVID-19 protocols in these times.
And you can transfer funds now from your bank account to your mobile money wallet and vice versa, using the 966 hash, select option 5, link your mobile money account and follow the prompts. Sign up for the Zenith Bank to Wallet service today.
The fluoride toothpaste, day and night, works wonders in boosting your oral health. For this great routine to stick, brushing every day, parents of their joyful responsibility in taking care of the oral health of their families by brushing better together. Take action today, because do you remember when we were kids, we used to call all toothpaste Pepsodent?
Pepsodent,
Yeah.
yes, I know.
Okay, well, let me move to My Joy Online. So, starting an online news review. Alote Jacobs fired from the NDC, and that's the banner headline on myjoyonline.com. Hokill will jeopardize their progress, and the chief imam's spokesperson has said. Alote Jacobs, however, says that he resigned first. I wasn't sacked. That story also on myjoyonline.com. Let's move to city luxury vehicle tax. Students fume as GIJ orders them to defer academic year for paying fees late. That story came out yesterday. Apparently there's 7 more days until they're writing exams, so it's coming in a little bit late, but we'll follow that. As votes are counted, forecasts suggest that the PM will lack enough support to form a new government. And Kente, the Ghanaian cloth that's on the catwalk, and that's BBC.
The Kente thing, it's a Ghanaian designer who's put it on the catwalk.
We would hope so.
Yeah. John Boyega, who's a big movie star from Star Wars and all of those, Nigerian origin, John Boyega. The Grammys,
Oscars,
he looked fabulous in it, and it was made by a Ghanaian designer. I think he's the Chief Great. Okay, so listen, let's get to it. Today we are very worried about the gold that this country is leaking through illegal activity. And look,
purposes of anonymity is a politically exposed individual. He doesn't only operate illegal small-scale mining concessions, he also has a lot of
purchase gold at the right prices. They buy and haul the gold and sell it when there is a slump in prices.
Willie Brown promises to introduce a team to a shipping line that will charge.
There are shipping agents that aid us to ship gold out of the country.
He talks further about how many gold smugglers beat the system to rob the nation of badly needed revenue.
You won't detect it. When you get to the destination, you take out your gold. Won't we be caught? No, you won't be caught.
We had a marathon meeting with the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources and its sector agencies. One of them was the minerals. Initially, there was some denial in terms of some figures, but the minister and the ministry assured that thorough investigations they carried into this matter, after which they will report to the Parliament. The Mines and Energy at large. It's instructive to note that gold exports alone accounts for about 40% of our total export. If we can ensure that we reduce, if not completely eliminate, illegal activities and smuggling, it means that the government has decided to wait for that report. If the report is not satisfactory, we may push for some inquiry.
Ranking member on the Mines and Energy Committee, echoing the assurance of the ministry. And coincidentally, his brother, someone involved in any kind of criminality in this vein, should be dealt with.
We're going to conduct investigations. We're going to criminal act. So if you have a syndicate which smuggles gold, well, also that the Precious Minerals Marketing Company and the Minerals Commission itself have taxed them to come up with smuggle our gold out of our country. But clearly, we will conduct the investigations and then we strengthen the institutional framework of the Minerals Commission. And
they should be dealt with.
Why not? They should be dealt. Anybody who is involved in criminality should be dealt with. Anybody who is involved in illegal should be dealt with.
A little 14-year-old will be in school in the next 10 minutes, and it's.
I mean, I think the starting point for me on this issue is the fact that you recall that about $7 billion worth of gold was coming into that country, and yet when they check our own record, because I hear the minister saying that we are going to investigate, And so I'm wondering, when the president detected that that issue was looking at some of the figures, and the first year that we implemented free SHS, even as at July of 2020, we had used about 200. And so when you do the conversion, you are looking at 34 billion cedis. Now, it means that 1.2 million of them. So we are looking at between 11 to 12 million Ghanaians that can be million Ghanaians
Through SHS.
through SHS.
Because it costs us 6,936 Ghana cedis for the stands at $366 million.
And that dam would just revolutionize agriculture. The dam, Bagre Dam, we wouldn't have to worry about losing men, women, and children.
No, we won't. You want to know something else we could so we could have built shelters, and for women who are being abused, we could have fought human trafficking. The budget for that is 693,000 cedis per year.
That's less than your budget per year.
Very fun a year. So we could have done so much.
And another thing that we may not have done is not too long ago, and I
On your
realized
way
that
to the market.
I had to actually issues and COVID-19, and it's strange because we've had this. You simply make it difficult for them to have money to even spend within the economy itself.
Absolutely.
And so when you block the loophole
to construct an asphalt road. Is it cedis or dollars? I don't remember. $1 million. I remember that figure per kilometer. Just in the country.
Yeah. I'm thinking of the Tema motorway and the little patches of cement
that we've
have
been using
used which is causing a lot of accidents, and our road accident numbers have gone up. So yes, a lot of stuff that we could have done with the money.
The motorway
COVID-19,
vaccines.
yes.
How many vaccines could we buy? We've got the private sector now bringing money to government to go and pay for vaccines, and we are even. And
we could also have potentially developed a vaccine for malaria with that kind of money, especially since the West is not interested. Saves Africa. It would be amazing stuff.
That one cries lofty. I just wish we could have built a factory to manufacture the vaccine so that $5 billion.
So much we could have done, but it's gone into people's pockets,
Yes.
and they're chilling and living large.
Right. Okay.
All right, I think we're done for this morning.
Yeah, I
oh no,
suppose
should we
no.
talk about floods a little bit?
Yeah,
Yes.
the waters have been very rains. It's very difficult to navigate on the motorway. You can't see the road, because there's so much water. So furniture, okay. Who pays for it?
Well, we do, obviously, but before we do that, the motorway, when what it's like when it's raining, and then there was also a number of trucks. And honestly, I remember when I used to live in Community 25, coming to work in the morning for 4:30, not working, and two reasons. One, obviously, when we have accidents, but also from people who were stealing. We ended the flooding, so we'll see about that. I'll go and check out the Odo. Maybe we should go together in your suit and your nice shoes and what's happening there. Remember that those areas are very hard hit when it rains. You remember that the ground level, and so when it rains, the water just automatically flows into their houses. Is very low, so it's important that the Odo is not flooding this year.
So the dredging helps those who are close to the Odo.
Yeah.
The other that is where the main problem is, and so those channels they have a lot of refuse in them, and so the water is not able to the circle area. It rains and you are moving and you have water on the road.
Yeah. I mean that's what happened with the June 3rd disaster.
Yeah.
So.
And perennial Accra floods. I don't know how many of us believe. that
We
this can
hear
be
it
done.
every.
You are investing in it. What specifically you are providing to deal with the problem? Are we still to be implementing? It's difficult to see how you can be saying that. I mean, maybe it's been developed, or maybe they are continuing with other plans that have been developed to deal with that.
You also know the storm drains that are currently present that are blocked with rubbish.
Yes.
So what from all the way from Eburi, one massive storm drain. We haven't really heard anything about what's going on with that. So I think we have to love that, wouldn't we?
Yeah, what we have seen in the story is that he says the new approach will include dredging and desilting of existing drainage channels.
Right, okay.
He also, pardon? New what? No. Approach.
Yeah, the number one is commitment of more resources.
Yes, that's the new approach.
Yeah.
He did say it from the silt going back into it. I was suggesting to them whether we can grow some vegetation along the banks.
And then placed on the side, and then it rains, and then
That's
it just
how dredging is done for almost every single drain.
flowers.
Yeah. So
Forestation.
the idea is that
Reforestation.
to stop the flooding, we will desilt, vent what we have taken out and placed on the
from
edges
sliding
from
back
sliding
in.
back in. So placing it on the edges, we can't think of stopping that. As for that one, we have to do it.
Yeah.
We have to place the silt on the
Basically,
edges. So
yeah.
we'll plant trees
Yes,
to
we
stop the
should
silt from.
see this
Indeed.
morning. Today we're crossing over at 8 a.m. to Access Bank and Graphic. They have a
Including Fidelity Bank,
Yes.
believe with us, and Provident Insurance Company Limited. With Provident, man, you are covered.